All right, it is 6:30. We are going to get started here. Thank you all for joining us. I'm sure there'll be a couple people, more people loading in as we get started. I just wanted to let you guys know, again, if you have any questions, please add it to the chat and we will be sure to answer all of your questions at the end of the presentation. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Amber. I am the event coordinator here at Nature's Fair Markets. I am excited to introduce tonight's speaker, Joycelyne Lai, who is a nutrition expert with over 10 years of experience helping people transform their health through food, and who is focused on addressing the root cause of health challenges through natural and science-based solutions. Please join me in welcoming Joycelyne Lai to the conversation. Hi, Joycelyne.
Evening. How are you?
Good. Everyone's loading in to check out our presentation here. So I will pass it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for taking the time today and joining me on this evening talk about stress, ways to cope with it, and just more of those natural approaches that we can do alongside our day-to-day activities. I'm looking forward to talking to you a little bit about what stress is, and then providing a few supplemental solutions that Genuine Health has to offer in our mental wellness lineup. We'll then leave a few minutes at the end for some questions regarding product-specific questions. Okay, so for those of you who don't know who Genuine Health is, I kind of just want to take you all back and give you a little background of who we are as a company. And we are a proudly Canadian company, and for over 30 years, we've been designing sophisticated formulations backed by the highest quality ingredients sourced from around the world. And our formulas are really scientifically proven to fill in those nutritional gaps that you typically find in the modern day diet. We want to make sure our formulas are proven to increase that vitality and longevity. So we make sure that we have a few core values. The first, of course, is what we do matters. We want to make sure that we empower people by cherishing their health, their wellness, making sure that they're enhancing their energy, their gut health, and overall well-being. And of course, what we put in our bottle matters to us. So we make sure that we have research-proven ingredients at research-proven dosages. We want to make sure that we have that safety, that efficacy, transparency at every step of manufacturing. We also want to make sure that our people matter, and we want people to challenge themselves and grow and achieve more than what they really ever thought was possible. And of course, education matters. I think that's why everyone is here today. We know that health is complicated and our understanding of it really continues to evolve. So we want to make sure that we bring that knowledge to you so that you can translate it to yourself, your partner, your friends, and your family so that you're making the best health decisions possible. And of course, here at Genuine Health, how we treat the planet matters to us. So we do recognize that it is our responsibility to leave the world better than how we found it. So we are the first supplement company to become B Corp, meaning we are a business that meets the highest verified and social accountability, transparency. Want to make sure that we're balancing that legal profit and the purpose. So now leading into what Genuine Health means to us, it means having the freedom to live the life that you want to live. And that really includes being healthy physically, but also mentally as well. So we want to make sure we're maintaining that positive outlook, meaning we have that ability to navigate life's ups and downs with resilience so we can lead that productive, happy, and fulfilling life. And now more than ever, supporting our mental outlook is really top of mind, but unfortunately, not enough of us are flourishing. And we all know people who are struggling, whether it's you or your friends, your family, your coworker, your neighbor. We all know someone that is just having a harder time than they should. Unfortunately, the statistics are also staggering as well. Unfortunately, in Canada, about 1/4 of the population reports being stressed most days, with those stress levels varying by different demographic factors. But according to the Canadian Mental Health Association, women are reportedly to have more higher stress than men. We have work-related stress. It's a major issue amongst most of the population as well, with over 1 in 4 Canadian workers reporting that high to extreme level of more than half saying it affects their work performance. There's that financial concern that weighs heavily. That's a significant source of stress, with more than half of Canadians reportedly losing sleep due to being highly stressed due to their financial issues. And in today's fast-paced world, the constant demands of work, family, then you have your digital life. It can really take that significant toll on our mental wellness, making sure that we're juggling between those tight schedules, those endless to-do lists, and that all that pressure to really stay connected and productive often leaves people with little room for rest and that self-reflection. So stress, what is it really? It is that natural response to those challenges or those demands, such as work, exams, financial problems, or major life changes. So it's that body's fight or flight response. This can actually be helpful in short bursts when you stay focused or alert, but in chronic stress, those long-term, it can negatively affect our mental and our physical health. So some examples of stressors could be physical. So you're talking about an injury or being exposed to that extreme temperatures or infection. It can be psychological. So it's that anxiety, the fear, having work pressure or emotional trauma. And then it could be environmental. So that noise, the pollution, lack of sleep, all of these can really affect your stress levels. So there are 3 stages of stress known as the general adaptation syndrome. So the first one is called the alarm stage. So this is your fight or flight response. It's activated. You have adrenaline and cortisol. That's all being released, and your heart rate and blood pressure increases as well. Your glucose is mobilized for energy. Then you move on to your phase 2, your resistant stage. Your body tries to adapt to that stressor. Your hormone levels may remain elevated, so that cortisol and adrenaline, and your immune response becomes suppressed. Now, if you are stressed for long enough, it leads to the exhaustion stage. So this occurs with that prolonged stress. Your energy reserves are so depleted, and then your risk of illness increases just because of that immune response being suppressed. And this can be helpful in short durations, but if this is consistent, this can really negatively affect our mental and our physical health. So that chronic stress can lead to anxiety, that low mood, feeling emotionally overwhelmed. It can dramatically affect your memory, your focus, and that ability to have that restful and regenerative sleep at night. So when your body's on that high alert, preparing for that fight or flight response, you want to make sure you calm yourself down and get back into that balance. So with so much emphasis placed on staying busy and achieving more in our North American lifestyle, it is really easy to overlook the importance of that mental wellness, but it is crucial to be making sure that we are staying on top of it. Okay, so the data does speak for itself. The statistics are also staggering when it comes to all the other symptoms. So unfortunately, 1 in 2 adults report having trouble staying asleep or falling asleep. More than 5 million Canadians do experience severe symptoms of anxiety and depression. And Canadians between 18 and 39 are reported to have the highest levels of moderate to severe anxiety, the feelings of loneliness and depression amongst most of the age groups. And that recent CDC study did find that 1 in 10 adults who are 45 years or older have reported worsening memory loss. And 18% of Canadian social media users, specifically ages 18 to 64, have that difficulty concentrating because they are just often so distracted by their screen time. So we can really take conscientious steps to really balance our mental well-being. Okay, so there are natural solutions to really feeling the difference for that brain health. And in recent years, there's been that shift away from the stigma around mental health, and it's becoming elevated into a more constructive conversation, which include practices such as eating healthy, practicing mindfulness, and supplementing naturally. So you want to make sure you have that healthy diet to support that strong mental health. Foods that support your mood, you're talking omega-3s, rich foods that are including fish. You have your nuts, your avocados, your beans, those leafy greens, and fresh fruit, all making sure that you're staying hydrated at the same time. Of course, making sure that you're moving your body is crucial. Staying active, we know, is just as good as it is for the brain as it is for the body, and that regular exercise or activity can have that major impact on our mental and emotional health. It helps relieve that stress, improve memory, and help you feel better. It really gets that blood flowing really well in our bodies and our brain. So we want to make sure we're also connecting with people. I think over the last 5-6 years, we just realized how important it is to have those good relationships for our mental health. So we make sure we have those really strong social connections, especially face-to-face. Those are really important for us. Making sure that we're practicing mindfulness and paying attention to the present moment, something that can really help with our mental outlook. And finally, when we are needing a little bit more support, we can really look for supplementation sources that will help us build a more positive outlook. What really caught our attention included special ingredients like saffron and mushrooms. And we're really excited to dive into what we have. But from a health perspective, mental outlook really starts with that healthy brain. So the World Health Organization defines a healthy brain as that state of brain functioning, allowing a person to really realize their full potential. So we want to make sure that people are thriving in all aspects of their lives, which is why we came out with our mental wellness lineup. We recognize these challenges, and we carefully formulated those naturally sourced, science-backed products to really optimize your mental wellness and have you feeling your best every single day. And we have a range of formulas that include adaptogens like ashwagandha to help manage the stress. We've included really cool ingredients like saffron to support the mood and sage to really promote that cognitive clarity. And mushrooms, we know, including lion's mane and reishi, are just really there to enhance that focus and calm, while turmeric bringing in its anti-inflammatory benefits to support that brain health. So together, really these powerful botanicals work in synergistic harmony, and you end up prioritizing your mental wellness because when your mind thrives, your whole body does as well. So we are going to start diving into our blends and how it really can support your mental wellness. We're going to start off with our saffron lineup. So this harnesses the power of the sunshine spice, and together in combination with these various research-proven ingredients found in nature, such as ashwagandha, turmeric, and ginkgo biloba, each of these ingredients and these products have been designed to support those key components of your brain health, so you can feel the difference and take on life with good mood, better memory, and less stress. Okay, so before we dive into each specific blend, why did we even start investigating saffron? There has been so much incredible emerging research that has come out over the last few years, and it really caught our attention. So to take it a step back, what is saffron? Saffron, we know, is harvested by hand from the crocus sativa flower, which is shown on the slide. It's a beautiful purple flower. The term saffron really applies to the flower-like thread structure called the stigma that are inside of those petals. And it is actually known as the most expensive spice in the world, often referred to as red gold. It actually is, arguably can be more expensive than gold itself per pound. And we start to understand that it's been used in traditional medicine for hundreds of years. We've seen there's been so many benefits from cardiovascular protection to inflammation. I know a lot of prenatal use is done in various countries around the world. But for us here, the interesting research was around depression, stress, and memory. And this research on brain health was really incredible because some of the clinical studies were showing results that compared saffron to the effect of an antidepressant, significantly improving the mood in individuals. There's also research happening with saffron that indicates antioxidants are found in saffron that have been shown to improve memory in adults with Alzheimer's disease. Now more than ever, testing provides that further insight on saffron and brain health, and we're really optimistic that Health Canada will really appreciate all of its benefits. And for me specifically, I do love that saffron is that intersection of traditional healing and really that modern medicine. Now, in all of our saffron products, we use a very specific brand called Affron. Why did we use Affron? It has been used in so many clinical studies, and it's been shown to improve and support so many aspects. So we all know that saffron is not grown the same. And Affron actually gives the quality and the standardized extract ratio and that research to really align to all of our objectives. So we make sure that they are not dried under severe heat. We're maximizing the phytochemical and antioxidant capacity in the saffron. And we make sure they're standardized at every single dose, meaning you're getting the same dosage every single time. And Affron has been approved by Health Canada to support that healthy mood balance. It relieves restlessness and nervousness, so it acts as calmative. It's been shown to help reduce the symptoms of perceived stress, such as fatigue, weariness, and irritability. Our saffron is cultivated in Spain. It is DNA certified, hand-picked, and dried in the shade to really maintain its phytochemical content. So we want to make sure we're just having that efficacy and that potency at every single dose. Okay, so how does saffron work in our body? Let's start with how our body operates first. So chemicals in our body, they need to be within that normal, balanced, normal range. And external factors can create that chemical imbalance in our brains, and our bodies are constantly working to really maintain that state of homeostasis. So homeostasis, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this term, it's that self-regulating process in which that living organism can really maintain that internal stability while adjusting to those changing external conditions. And our brains are part of this attempt at self-regulating, but external factors can play a part in disrupting that balance or homeostasis in our bodies. So want to throw in an example. When we are feeling sad, that can be registered as an external stressor to our body, and that can disrupt the balance, otherwise known as homeostasis. So our body can work hard to try and fix this imbalance, but sometimes we might need some additional support. And premium and natural ingredients like saffron can really help us get back into that normal range. Okay, that mechanism of action, how does saffron really work? So this powerful nootropic saffron is that compound that activates those cognitive functions. It's been shown in research to support that brain health, and it's been researched in vitro to balance neurotransmitters such as dopamine, noradrenaline, and serotonin. And these are our feel-good hormones. So we want to make sure we have those high levels making themselves feel good. Saffron has been studied on its effect on inhibiting that reuptake of those neurotransmitters, so that they can stay circulating in the brain and exert those beneficial effects. It also has been shown in research to be to support that neuroplasticity. So neuroplasticity is the ability of that brain to form and reorganize those synaptic or those neural connections. And research indicates that saffron facilitates that neuroplasticity, and it's thought to increase certain chemicals in our body, which is that molecules that are needed for cognitive functions, including memory. And of course, saffron is also that really powerful source of antioxidants, really protecting the body against that oxidative stress that is produced during a stressful period. And this may help decrease that cell death in the brain to maintain the levels within that normal range. Now, we feel that we can unlock some of that power of saffron by using it in unique combination with other traditional botanicals that support mental outlook. So for centuries, many cultures have used these nootropic benefits of these adaptogens, including ginkgo biloba, ashwagandha, passion flower, as well as those powerful antioxidants like turmeric and sage. And we're really just harnessing the power of nature into a bottle. Okay, so let's dive into our first of 5 products in our mental wellness lineup. Let's talk about stress, because let's face it, we all experience it. And stress is really that hero product. Everyone deals with stress, and we're really proud to offer that opportunity for people to cope with it more easily. Our product really builds that resilience to that mental and physical stress, promoting those feelings of calm and supporting that restorative sleep. So we believe we have that unique blend of ingredients that really support you during your stressful times. And our stress formula is really here to keep you calm, it's keep you relaxed and rested, including 3 ingredients. We have saffron, ashwagandha, and passion flower in this blend. So Afron at only 28 milligrams has been research proven to regulate and improve your body's natural response to stress, exerting that calming effect. And it's believed that saffron balances those neurotransmitters, facilitates that neuroplasticity, and delivers that antioxidant effect, supporting that healthy inflammatory response. Our next ingredient is our KSM66 ashwagandha. So this has been shown to increase that energy and that resistance to stress. We do know that sleep is often affected when we are stressed. So this has been shown to significantly reduce the time it takes to fall asleep in that stressful period. And then to finish off the formula, we've added passion flower extract, which helps promote those feelings of relaxation, relieving those restlessness and encouraging restorative sleep. So in cellular research, passion flower has been observed for that synaptic reuptake of GABA, which is that neurotransmitter that has been known to, when you have those low levels, it is connected to that chronic stress. So with passion flower, more GABA is absorbed and used in the brain. Thus that counteracts these symptoms of stress. Okay, so our stress formula is backed by extensive research. Afron has been clinically proven to support occasional sleeplessness in a human clinical study, and it's speculated to influence sleep hormones and provide more of that restorative sleep. And as I mentioned earlier, KSM 66 ashwagandha is really backed by multiple clinical studies. It's actually backed by 24 clinical studies. Here you can see the results of one of the studies, resulting in that significant reduction in those cortisol levels, which we know is an aspect of stress. And KSM 66 has been shown to reduce those serum cortisol levels by up to 28%. That hormone we know plays an important role in stress responses and has been shown to elevate the body during those stressful circumstances. And Health Canada has recognized passion flower to be used in those times during those mental stress to relieve that restlessness and nervousness. So we want to make sure that you're staying calm, rested, and relaxed with our unique blend of saffron, ashwagandha, and passion flower. We want to make sure you're building that resilience to those common symptoms of stress. You're getting better, more restorative sleep, so you can cope with life's challenges with ease. And Genuine Health Stress with Saffron is really great for people who are experiencing chronic stress or going through stressful periods. When you're first taking it, people may instantly feel that sense of calm, but you want to take that a little bit more long term so that you can have that rest, be able to sleep better, and your body will be more well equipped to deal with those stressful circumstances. Okay, moving on to our mood formula. Now, as I mentioned with the stress product, this was formulated to bring us down. Imagine you have that high stress from those heightened experiences throughout the day. Now, as we jump into mood, this is more the thing that will bring you up. It's all about boosting that emotional state. It is knowing that having that low mood, you're more likely or less likely, to do the things that you love. You're going to feel unmotivated and you may feel tired, sad, experience that low energy. So our Genuine Health Mood Formula with saffron is designed to really help you feel uplifted and experience more of that positive mindset. And mood offers that easy and effective way to balance your frame of mind with naturally ingredients, including turmeric and saffron. Okay, so Genuine Health Mood with Saffron really offers that effective and that natural way to balance your moods. It helps you feel uplifted. So researchers have really begun to investigate those effects, the enhanced effects of saffron and turmeric combined to treat that lowered mood. And saffron has been research proven to balance those effects, and numerous studies have explored the possible beneficial effects that it has on those neurotransmitters I mentioned and contribute to that balanced mood. And at 28 milligrams per day, same dosage as the stress formula, results from the human clinical trials show that saffron significantly decreases that negative mood symptom. And studies really confirm the major mood disorders is associated with a large range of those biological disturbances, including that activation of that inflammatory pathway and increase in oxidative stress, which really sparked that interest in compounds that really target the inflammatory pathways. And turmeric, we know, is that powerful antioxidant that is used in herbal medicine. It's been shown in cellular research to lower those markers of oxidative stress and inflammation. It provides that significant neuroprotection and regulates those neurotransmitters, including dopamine and serotonin. Our formula really is backed by those powerful claims. It has those significant improvements in mood in adults who consume saffron. And the study that we're really referring to is using 28 milligrams of saffron, which is the same dose that we have in our products. And patients saw 41% improvement in their symptoms. In patients who consumed more than 28 milligrams, there was a plateau effect. So 28 milligrams really is that sweet spot when it comes to saffron. And as I mentioned earlier, turmeric, we know, has been used in herbal medicine to provide that antioxidant and capacity, reducing that inflammation. And curcumin, that active ingredient found in turmeric, can possibly also help with the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, the HPA axis in our brain. That is that regulation which is responsible for our emotional functions. So curcumin has been shown in cellular research to lower certain plaques and tangle signals in our brain, which decreases that interference with that communication between the brain cells, which potentially results in improvements of mood. Okay, so you want to make sure you're balancing your mood and enjoying brighter days with our research-proven formula. This combines the saffron and turmeric together. So we want to make sure that you are discovering more of that natural way to boost your motivation, feel uplifted, and achieve more of that positive outlook. So this product is great for anyone who is struggling with those mood fluctuations or lowered moods, help you reduce those feelings of irritability, nervousness. Results do vary amongst individuals. Some might feel it sooner rather than later. But we do recommend this product to be taken long-term every day in order to feel that difference. And long-term, you're really going to hopefully have that more balanced, content, and experience those better moods. So just like the stress formula, the mood formula is taking 2 capsules once daily. I do recommend, if you have a sensitive stomach, to consume it with your food. If not, you're welcome to take it at any time. Mood is really great to take first thing in the morning or later on in the evening. There is no time specific for it. We just want you to remember to take it. Okay, moving on to our memory formula. So a lot of people do experience forgetfulness for a variety of reasons, and Genuine Health's memory really enhances the brain's ability to retain information for that stronger memory function with that powerful combination of saffron, sage, and ginkgo biloba to support both your short-term and your long-term memories. So it really helps you protect your memories. Plus, you can learn new things with ease while feeling more productive and prepared to take on your days. So our memory formula has been designed to support your brain health, sharpen your thinking, and strengthen your ability to remember. So this powerful combination of saffron, sage, and ginkgo biloba really simultaneously work to support that cognitive function and promote that better memory. We know that saffron is that natural nootropic that promotes brain health, and cellular and animal research on saffron has been shown to that it might possibly work in preventing that oxidative stress damage to the hippocampus, which is our memory hub in our brain, and supporting that memory and learning impairments. Now with ginkgo biloba, it's that powerful ingredient that strengthens your ability to remember information in both your long-term and in your short-term memory. So this botanical contains 24% flavonoid glycosides, which are compounds in plants that have that antioxidant, anti-inflammatory capacity. It also has active constituents that are extensively used in therapeutics to improve the blood flow in the brain. We know how important blood flow is to have that healthy function. And through cellular research, it's been shown that ginkgo biloba has been reported to inhibit monoamine oxidase. So that is an enzyme that degrades the neurotransmitters, and this may lead to those levels of dopamine getting higher into our body because you're inhibiting an enzyme that is breaking down those neurotransmitters. And it's really cool because in preclinical trials, ginkgo biloba has been shown to be just as effective to treat Alzheimer's. So we have promising results, all preliminary, but it's great to see that nature is doing what it's intended to do. And finally, in our blend, we have our sage. This is that source of antioxidants. It protects the body from oxidative stress and inflammation. And sage may inhibit the enzyme that breaks down acetylcholine that is important in that working memory in the brain. So this unique combination of ingredients was really formulated because of those incredible research that I just mentioned in memory. So studies investigated that power of those nootropic botanicals in comparison to Alzheimer pharmaceutical therapies and that general memory enhancement. The antioxidants found in sage have been studied to really support that memory and potentially have that cognitive enhancing effect. Want to make sure that you're clearing your mind, lifting that brain fog, and with that combination of saffron, ginkgo biloba, and sage, this brain boosting product is really specially formulated to naturally improve your memory. It is great for anyone who would like to support their cognitive function, whether they've noticed changes or not. It's great for older adults who've noticed some deterioration in their memory. For post-secondary students, university college students who really struggle with that academic recall and have that heavy course load, want to just make sure that they are staying on top of their health. We do know that results vary amongst individuals. Some do experience more immediate results than others. This product is also a 2-a-day. Same as our mood and our stress formula. Once again, take it with food if you have a sensitive stomach. If not, you don't have to. And want to make sure that you're taking that long term to have that consistency throughout. So our lineup of saffron products are really here to support you through those tough days. And our first stress blend is uniquely formulated to help you manage and reduce common symptoms of stress. That includes your fatigue, your weariness, irritability, while encouraging that restorative sleep. So this means that your body is on high alert and you want to make sure that you're bringing yourself down. Now our mood formula offers that effective and natural way to balance those moods, help you feel uplifted. It's that unique and research-proven saffron and turmeric blend that really work together to provide those results that you can feel. So your good moods can really lead to even better days. And mood is all about boosting and increasing your mood, formulated to bring you up. And finally, in our saffron lineup is our memory, which has been shown to support your brain health and cognition, sharpens your thinking, and support your ability to remember by really actively working to support short and long-term memory function. Okay, now we're moving on to our deep sleep blend. Sometimes stress brings those sleepless nights, and for a natural solution, we want you to try the deep sleep, which helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer with the power of mushrooms. Okay, so how much sleep do we need? Kind of like a pop quiz. The Natural Sleep Foundation does recommend 7 to 9 hours of sleep per day for adults ages 18 to 64, and 7 to 8 hours for older adults that are over 65. Now the question is, are you getting enough sleep? Sleep disruptors can really put that ripple on that circadian rhythm. So what is the circadian rhythm? It is that biological clock, that 24-hour internal clock in our body, in our brain, that really regulates the cycle of alertness and sleepiness by responding to those light changes in the environment. So we cycle through 2 phases of sleep that have that variation of muscle tone, brainwave pattern, and that eye movement. So we have rapid eye movement, known as REM sleep, and then we have that non-rapid eye movement, the NREM sleep. So when our circadian rhythm is interrupted, the cycle between REM and NREM becomes inconsistent, which then results in that negative effect on sleep quality. So for example, when we are stressed and cortisol is peaking right before bed when it shouldn't be, this can lead to problems with you falling asleep. Now, when people are looking for solutions to their sleep problems, sometimes they lean on prescription medications, but that can sometimes really lead to unwanted side effects. And unfortunately, women are more likely than men to take sleep medications for their sleep, and that use of medication is generally increased as we get older. So people who take prescription sleep medications experience those residual effects. You're talking oversleeping, feeling groggy, having that hard time concentrating the next day. That's why you want to make sure that you have the natural sleep solution that work in harmony with our body's natural rhythms and harness the power of nature that really helps us live that more vibrant life. So here at Genuine Health, we want to make sure that your nighttime routine is really taken to that next level. So deep sleep is formulated with that powerful ingredients, including reishi mushroom, which is made to support that healthy sleep cycle from start to finish. We help engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for that rest and digest function, by really supporting that relaxation with substances known to have that calming effect, including GABA, which is that amino acid and maintains that inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain known to promote that relaxation and sleep. We have L-theanine, which is that relaxing amino acid known to promote relaxation and reduce anxiety. Magnesium to help relax the muscles, and melatonin to reset that circadian rhythm. So you get to fall asleep quicker, stay asleep longer, and wake up really feeling refreshed. So let's dive into the blend a little bit deeper. First off, we are talking about our reishi mushroom. So as we explored those natural ways to help us with sleep, reishi mushroom really caught our attention. It's been used in traditional medicine as that adaptation to reduce the negative effects of stress. And for hundreds of years, people use reishi mushroom as that sleep aid. It's been used to treat insomnia and reduce anxiety. And research suggests that reishi has that ability to help regulate that cortisol response and create more of that balanced adrenal system that is required for that healthy sleep. And research really suggests that reishi may improve that sleep quality, the time it takes to fall asleep, and increase that REM sleep time and total sleep time. Now, our organic mushrooms are specially cultured. It is dehydrated into whole mushroom powders, and organic mushrooms are specially cultured by using that whole entire mushroom. So we use the whole mycelium and the fruiting body. By using both, you get that abundance of those bioactive compounds, including those beta-glucans, alpha-glucans, vitamin D, B vitamins. It has those prebiotics, antioxidants, bioactive metabolites, and those digestive health benefits. Next, we have a very low dose of melatonin because it's been shown to help reduce the time it takes to fall asleep. And it works in balance to regulate a healthy circadian rhythm or that sleep and wake cycle. So it increases the total time people suffer from sleep restriction or altered sleep schedules. So you're talking people who are doing shift work or experience that jet lag. Now, when that suprachiasmatic nuclei, which is found in our brain, is activated, it really does lead to that production of melatonin, which is good. That conveys that message of darkness to the circadian rhythm and induces that night state of physiological functions, for example, that sleep and wake. Now, at lower dosages, melatonin more closely resembles the levels that are naturally produced by the body. So this is why we chose this dosage for deep sleep. Low dosages of melatonin really mimics the nocturnal physiological concentration of this hormone, and it may exert that immediate sleep-inducing effect. Now, GABA and L-theanine work synergistically to support sleep. It temporarily promotes relaxation and calms the nervous system, so you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to really take on your day. So GABA reduces that neuronal excitability in the brain by blocking off specific signals in your central nervous system. So it lessens that nerve cell's ability to receive, create, or send those chemical messages to other nerve cells. And GABA is known to produce that calming effect by reducing that stimulation in the brain. It is really crucial for that circadian rhythm. And then we have our L-theanine. That's the active ingredient that induces that sedation while exerting that neuroprotective effect. It really modulates the neurotransmitter activity. And research suggests that L-theanine may affect sleep by influencing several neurotransmitters and promoting that relaxing brain activity. It crosses that blood-brain barrier, which allows it to rapidly affect those neurotransmitters within the central nervous system. And finally, we have our magnesium bisglycinate. We know that bisglycinate is a really absorbable form of magnesium. It's been shown to promote that sense of calm, relax the body, and may help insomnia. And research suggests that it may be beneficial in maintaining those circadian rhythms and sleep quality. So we know that magnesium plays that role in that neuronal transmission on a cellular level. So it's shown to promote that GABA function and therefore exerts that sleep regulating effect. So we want to make sure that you're falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer. So you want to take 1 to 2 capsules once a day. When you're ready to wind down, you want to incorporate that into your nighttime routine. So deep sleep is really ideal for someone who is tossing and turning, someone who's experiencing racing thoughts before falling asleep and finds himself tossing and turning, someone who is waking up frequently throughout the night, someone who wakes up feeling tired, lethargic, and not well rested, or someone who's experiencing daytime fatigue and low energy. So the recommended dose is to take 1 to 2 before bed. If you are sensitive to supplementation, always start with 1. And then if you feel like you need more, definitely increase your dosages. Never take a sleep product halfway through the night because it is supposed to be programmed for the beginning of your sleep routine. Okay, moving on to our clear focus. We want to make sure that you're staying sharp. We want to make sure you're cutting out the brain fog and really ditching that procrastination with our unique formula that is found in our blend. So we have our lion's mane mushroom, red ginseng, standardized green tea leaf extract, and a vitamin B complex. So make sure that you're thinking clearly and focusing better with that powerful blend. So let's take a dive into this formula. First, we have our lion's mane mushroom. This has been shown to really support that brain health and improve that cognitive performance. So those bioactive compounds found in lion's mane has been shown to cross that blood-brain barrier and have that potential neuroprotective and neuroregenerative properties. So research suggests that lion's mane mushroom can stimulate a certain neurotrophic factors that play that important role in that brain plasticity, the learning, the production of those new cells, and that strengthening of new neuronal cells. And preliminary research has been shown that it may improve that speed in cognitive performance. Again, we do use organic mushrooms. These are specially cultured and dehydrated into the whole mushroom powder using both the fruiting body and the mycelium. And by using the entire mushroom, you really get that abundance of those bioactive compounds, including your beta-glucans, your vitamin D, your B vitamins, your prebiotics and antioxidants, your bioactive metabolites, and your digestive enzymes that really promote that overall health. Next, we have red ginseng in our formula. It is that powerful neurotrophic adaptogen that has been shown to improve learning, memory, and focus, and that resistance to stress. So it supports that cognitive function, reduces mental fatigue, and helps in that energy production. Ginseng is involved in adjusting certain aspects in the brain where cortisol is produced, and it regulates those hormones that causes symptoms of stress, which allow people to focus just a little bit better. Okay, next we have our standardized green tea leaf extract, which is traditionally known to induce that mental clarity and enhance that cognitive function. And green tea leaves help promote and improve that brain function, reduce that risk of cognitive decline. We know that there are constituents inside green tea leaf like L-theanine and EGCG and a little bit of caffeine to improve that performance on demanding long durational cognitive tasks and alertness. Of course, L-theanine included in our blend is thought to cross that blood-brain barrier. It exerts its effects on the brain within 30 minutes, and it is that incredible amino acid that can calm the mind and promote that relaxation without you feeling too drowsy. So it's been shown in research to be important in those focused attention processes and suppress the distracting visual information during those highly demanding tasks. So by combining both green tea leaf extract and the L-theanine, this really has been shown to improve that mental performance, including alertness, you're talking sustained attention, and that suppression of outside distractions. And then we have our B complex in our formula, which are those water-soluble vitamins that do cross the blood-brain barrier and act as precursors to a range of neurotransmitters and other bioactive compounds, which is really essential for brain function. So it helps in that energy production and maintain the body's ability to metabolize nutrients. Low B vitamin levels have been associated with poor attention. So something so simple can make all the difference. So you want to make sure that you're thinking clearly and focusing better by taking 2 capsules a day with food. So it's great for someone who's jumping into a task, who's feeling overwhelmed, finding it hard to get into the productive zone, or having difficulties finishing tasks on time, or for someone who is experiencing that brain fog or struggling with those feelings of mental fatigue and concentration on a given task. Our clear focus formula really is right for you. So together with stress, mood, memory, deep sleep, and clear focus, they all really do work in harmony to support your mental wellness, help you feel balanced, and helping you thrive and really make you feel at your best. So I want to thank you all for taking the time this evening in learning about our mental wellness lineup. I really do hope that you find a product that is right for you.
Amazing. Thank you, Joycelyne. That was very informative. And we have lots of questions from the presentation. So I'll get started with those.
Amazing.
The first question we had is, you talked a lot about being in a normal range. So where could you find more information on that if you're not sure exactly what the normal range would be?
This would definitely have to be through your healthcare provider. We do not have any diagnosis that we can kind of diagnose to individuals without possibly doing some blood tests and whatnot. I'm not sure if your traditional blood tests will show certain levels of it. More doctors are kind of doing a checklist of what the symptoms you're experiencing of. And oftentimes, if you are experiencing symptoms, that is an indicator of that imbalance. And most of the research that we do perform with our blends and with our ingredients are in vitro, just because the brain is one of the hardest things to study.
Awesome. All right. So the next question we have is, you mentioned the time frame long term. So is that considered like for life? Is this something you would take ongoing forever, or when would you know that you could cut back?
Absolutely. Okay, so that's a fairly loaded question that we get often. the first thing I have to really bring awareness to everyone is legally, all supplement companies do abide by Health Canada. And on our box, it does say consult a healthcare practitioner after 12 weeks of use. And most of the time, actually 100% of the time, the reason why that warning is on supplements is because there are no clinical studies that usually surpass 3-month periods. And so just for liability reasons, we do make sure that you are consulting a healthcare practitioner for long-term use. Now, when it comes to the ingredients that I did mention in all of our blends, when you look at traditional medicine from the origin countries, a lot of these ingredients are used at long periods of time. But this is something to an individual's discretion. We cannot say that someone should be taking it long-term or not. It would be something that the healthcare practitioner could recommend. And just like eating the same apple every single day, I always recommend people to go off their supplements every so often. And that includes any sort of supplements in your regimen. Never stay on the same thing every day, because it's like you're going to be missing other nutrition if you do.
Okay, thank you. My next question was, does the turmeric or the saffron affect or react with any prescription medications?
Good question. So there are warnings on the side panel of it. We're happy to send that information out. Definitely consult with a healthcare practitioner before taking it, just because supplements may have interactions with specific medications. And because none of us are legal practitioners, we can not legally say they are safe and not safe to take with it. I do have to say that the saffron was tested clinically against individuals who were taking antidepressants like fluoxetine and imprimine, and they were taken in conjunction safely. But legally, we are unable to say that. We can.
Okay, awesome. Next question. If you have all of the issues that were discussed tonight, memory, stress, and mood issues, would you take all 3 products, or is there one in particular that you would recommend?
Yeah, good question. So your deep sleep and clear focus, you can definitely take with any of our saffron products. When it comes to the 3 lineups of saffron, because research has shown that 28 milligrams really is the plateau, I would recommend you rotating them throughout so that you reap the benefits of the other ingredients that you find in the blends as well. If you're taking them all at once, I don't think you're going to get anything over and above, just because the clinical studies have shown like you're kind of reaching that maximum dosage. Your body cannot utilize it even more if you're loading yourself. So recommend you oscillating between the 3.
Okay, great. Our next question, I know Genuine Health does some pretty rigorous testing on their products, but are these products tested for heavy metals?
Absolutely. So all of our products, we're really proud to be third-party tested. We test for heavy metals, and we are always way below Health Canada limits. So we are never allowed to put a product on the market that is higher than Health Canada's allowable limits. We do know that naturally found in our soils, you will have those heavy metals. And we just want to make sure that they are clean as possible. We know that it's not a manufacturing issue. It is more of that environment. And as you can see in our blends, we try to source our mushrooms from organic sources. Our saffron is branded and cultivated naturally. Our ashwagandha is also standardized. So we try our best to source as many high quality ingredients as possible.
Amazing. Okay, great. The next question we have is regarding the deep sleep. If you take the deep sleep, is there any sort of dependency that may occur from taking it long term?
So you shouldn't experience any form of dependency on it, but that's not to say someone might or might not. We don't have anything medicinal per se in this. Some some argue that melatonin may develop a dependency, but our dosage is just so low that it mimics what you would create in our body. So it's more of that supplemental, what you would get. We're not doing our high dose 10 milligram that you can find in other standalone products. So someone shouldn't. And deep sleep is, out of all the products that is in our mental wellness lineup, that's the one that you can take as a case-by-case needed purpose. The other blends, it's more of that long-term use that you do see the beneficial effects on.
Okay, great. And you touched on this a little bit. Do you know if the products are safe to take with different types of heart meds and antidepressants?
Yeah, so legally, unable to answer that question, but you can definitely bring the product or the label to a healthcare practitioner, and they can definitely tell you if there's any interactions. The research out, when you just do a quick Google search, there are lots of clinical studies that put saffron in with other pharmaceuticals, but it would be to your discretion for sure.
Amazing. One last question, unless anyone wants to pop any in there. Question from our guest is, does Genuine Health have any weight loss supplements?
Oh, great question. So Genuine Health really believes in that healthy lifestyle, and some products may indirectly help with weight loss, but we don't have anything that markets specific to it. We know a lot of the times weight loss has to do with hormones, and when we regulate those with our blends, then you have that indirect benefit of possibly seeing that. And when your gut is balanced by using probiotics, for example, or greens, then your microbiome is working effectively to digest your metabolites and make sure that you are breaking down your nutrients and excreting them or utilizing them effectively. So we really do believe in that holistic approach to weight loss. And a lot of our products really do speak to that indirectly.
Great, thank you. And Shabira just asked about cycling the products. So you should try to cycle them instead of take them all at once.
Definitely, yeah. You're just not getting any more benefits with more than 28 milligrams of saffron. They've tried it through clinical studies to double the dosage, and you're not going to see any much better benefits with it.
Okay. Another question just coming in. Do any of the products cause side effects like headaches or high blood pressure if you're taking them daily?
There may be a possibility. I do think there is a caution warning on the side panel, just because these are botanicals, and it's not a one size fits all, unfortunately. So it's also dependent on dosage. I often recommend to individuals who are new to supplementation to start slow and don't go to the fully recommended, because formulations are created for a individual who is about 150 pounds, and we're all not that weight. So dose up or dose down based off of your metabolism and how you typically would incorporate those foods or those ingredients into your day-to-day lifestyle.
Great. And what would be the approximate cost of these supplements?
That's a good
question.
I
know they're all on sale right now at Nature's.
Yes, I believe they are on sale at Nature's Fair. I think they usually retail about $44 per box. The Deep Sleep and Clear Focus are a little bit more affordable on the $25 portion, but it's not even too crazy because the you get a 30-day supply for it, so it's pretty good.
Great. And one last question. Is there a blend for perimenopause women that you would suggest?
Great question. I often recommend, and once again, you really do have to speak to your healthcare practitioner on it, but our stress blend, which includes the saffron to regulate your mood, your fatigue, your irritability, also has your KSM 66 ashwagandha that has been shown in research to support your thyroid as well, which we know regulates a lot of the hormones, which lead to the symptoms of perimenopause. So a lot of times perimenopause, the symptoms that you're experiencing are due to an imbalance of hormones. So when we are getting those rebalanced, hopefully your symptoms subside. So here at Genuine Health, we really do love that holistic approach. We want to make sure that we are not just masking the symptoms and we're getting to the root cause.
Amazing. Great. Thank you so much, Joycelyne. That was amazing. I learned so much. I'm sure everyone else learned so much. As I mentioned, all of the Genuine Health products talked about this evening are on sale at Nature's Fair. So pop into your closest Nature's Fair and grab one of these awesome supplements tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.